Hey guys, Wild Willie here. Nothing exciting in this video. This is a talking points video for the most part. I'll show you a couple things, but I'm answering a question. I'm getting a lot of grief within my local prepper community, people I talk to, especially the amateur and more novice preppers. I just recently moved, and the big $1,000,000 question is, well, why did I move from where I was to where I am now? So I'm going to try my best, and I'll try to keep this video short. Why I chose this location and this particular house. So for those who know me, or my local prepping community knows, I used to live in West Lincoln. West Lincoln is above the escarpment. It was a very small town, Smithville. Not a lot of people, small population. It's a prepper's dream. Very small, close-knit community, far enough away from everything. And I moved to a bigger city, a bigger metropolis with 130,000 people to this location. And the biggest thing is, you're nuts, you're crazy, how are you going to get out of there, blah, 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 the shit hits a fan. Well, let me start by saying why I moved out of the location I was in. Where I was located, the house itself, 3-story townhome, located about 200 meters from a rail line, exposed to the environment. I mean, when I say exposed, the sun hit it all day long. It was great for the solar, but the house would get so hot if you didn't take care of it. You were constantly fighting the sun in the summer and the wind chill in the winter. The roof would have to be replaced every 2 years because the sun would just destroy it. Same with the window frames and sealing up around the windows. The sun was hard. And I'm very, very concerned about environmental hazards more than anything else. More than man-made, more than some loony. I'm very concerned with natural disasters. And this place was wide open, it was exposed. Plus in the summertime, it was, because you weren't near any bodies of water, you were at least 15 degrees warmer than other places in the Niagara region. Where I am now, there's a 20-degree difference on average in the summer in heat. The humidity and the heat where I was unbelievable. It was horrible. And I'm not a hot weather guy. And the winters were more brutal because you were wide open and exposed. Most of the storms, snow and other ways, came from the southwest, and I was getting it, anytime something came, I'd get it good. And I didn't like it. Now, being close to a rail line where I was, not only did I have to worry about what the rail lines were hauling, toxic waste and chemicals, and if there was a trail derailment, but my house would vibrate. The house would shake when the rail line went past, and it was doing damage to the house. It's got to do damage to the house over time. Nothing visible, but it's not good for your home. The home is only 14 years old, and homes nowadays aren't slapped together well. You don't see homes that were built, 14 years ago still in good shape, or homes that were built 150 years ago are still standing, and that's the big difference. The craftsmanship is a lot different. So I decided I'm going to move. The question was, where to? I still wanted to be around resources for daily, day-to-day stuff without having to drive. Where I had to drive 15 minutes to get to anything serious. 10 minutes, 15 minutes to get to a hospital, at least. 10, 15 minutes to do your banking, 15, 20 minutes to do this, to do that. It wasn't a good thing. Everything shut down in my town by 6, 7 o'clock at night. If you have a late-night pharmacy emergency, wasn't an option. So I chose to live in a city, bigger city. Now you're asking, why would you do that? Well, my location had to be precise. The town where I was growing exponentially, and same with the growing, comes bigger population, comes crime, comes drugs. The town was starting to have a bit of a drug problem. So I decided to move out, but moving to a bigger city, where was I going to go that I could avoid this? And my situation or decision was move to a place that couldn't have any more growth, that was already well established for multiple years, and you didn't have to worry about new infrastructure, new this, new that. It was a neighborhood that wasn't going to change, and the type of people that lived there weren't going to change. So that was my first choice, finding a neighborhood like that. Secondary, it had to be a neighborhood or a location that had in and out several access. Where I am now, I've got 3 major points, 4 if you count the waterways. I can get out of the city within 5 minutes in 3 different directions. That's by car. Probably about a half-hour walk. 3 different directions I can get out of the city, 4 directions if you count the water. I'm kind of on the cusp, on the edge, but I'm still only 5 minutes away from multiple grocery stores, multiple pharmaceutical, multiple anything supplies. Now people say, well, you know, the stores will get looted if there's an emergency, everyone's going to go crazy. Yeah, but the reality is that I got my ear to the ground and I got sources on several different levels that if something's going to happen or something did happen, chances are I'm going to know it before the average Joe Schmo public does, and I can act on that. Also, I wanted to be close to water. Why the water? Because, like I said earlier, the temperature difference. Being near water has a better climate, better temperature. It's cooler in the summers, might be a little more cooler in the winters, a little damper, but I hate the heat. So I wanted a place near the water so I wouldn't have to deal with that dry humidity anymore that I didn't like. I'm near the water, the humidity level, the temperatures are cool, the humidity level isn't as bad. It's fantastic. For the house itself, I didn't want a new house. We could have looked at getting something that was being built. We decided no. I wanted something that was built at least, you know, no later than 1975, 76. I wanted something a lot earlier than that, but we couldn't find anything. So I found a house that was built in the 70s. Why do I like that era? Because anything after about 75, the craftsmanship went downhill. The home we're in now, it's got your real brick walls, it's got insulation, it's got your timber, and then on the inside it's got more wood paneling and then plaster and then drywall, and the inner walls are the same way. Some are even bricked in the middle in here. In this home, the inner core walls between the rooms are inner and core. And they're bricked, so it's fantastic. They're solid. It's a solid home. It's in good repair, and anything that would have happened in the last 20 years, and the previous homeowners would have had to deal with it. Homes that are built after 1975 aren't built to last. So that was my choice for this home itself. Another reason why I chose this home was the fact that half the house is underground, and I mean below ground level. So I have the exact same. I was fortunate enough to find a home that has 2 kitchens, 3 bedrooms upstairs, 3 bedrooms downstairs, and that private access to get out from the downstairs and the upstairs. Basically, it's like 2 livable spaces in one. So in the summertime, that means I can shut the whole upstairs off and we can live as a family all on the second floor, the lower floors. Because we have the bedrooms, we have the family room, we have the kitchen, we have everything. Its average stays at an average of about 20 degrees cooler downstairs. Put it this way, 73 degrees Fahrenheit is what the average is in this house below ground level. Summer and winter, it doesn't change. So that's fantastic when you're having to fight, when you don't want to keep all your house hot or all your house cool. Another thing I liked about this house, and I'll actually get up and show you, the way this house was designed, every room is its own doors. You got locks on every door, no matter where you're going. This is not only good for security, but it's also good for zone heating. You can go, every single room is locked. It's got its own door within doors. I can put locks on all the doors or don't put locks on the doors. There's just my batteries. Never mind, I haven't got my solar hooked up yet. That's what I love about this. Every room I can zone out. If I'm not going to use it, I can lock it off. I can shut it off. I don't have to worry about heating it. I don't have to worry about cooling it. I don't have to worry about any of that stuff. I can make it secure as I want. This is just, now that we're near waterways, a major waterway and a secondary waterway, I figured it wouldn't hurt to have something like this. So we got a boat rated 790 pounds. That includes gear, 3 people, and a motor. So we're going to try this out. We got a little electric motor and a gas motor, 2-horser, and we're going to try it out and see how it works. This location with the waterways I'm near, I can have that boated and inflated in the water within 10 minutes. And that's good because we do have a prepper community here where I am in St. Catharines. I've made contacts. And it's nice because 3 of the prepping families we can walk to within a half hour tops. 2 of them we can get to by boat. So as far as location, moving into a city, I'm on the cusp of a city, not in downtown Hamilton or downtown Toronto or Niagara Falls. I have the ability to get out quick, but I also have the day-to-day resources I need and fast. No more having to drive 20 minutes or 20 kilometers to do basic functions or get basic stuff. I can get stuff, emergency services quicker, fire, ambulance, and all that stuff if we need to. And the house is secure enough where I don't have to worry about the environment as much from the location. It's kind of nestled in. High trees around me. I'm not exposed to the environment. And this house is much easier to secure. So this is, and also heating right in front of me. Obviously there's a gas fireplace in front of me, but there's also a wood one in the back, which is fantastic in one of the rooms. So this is a much better home for me. And this is why I chose to move to an edge of a city than staying out in the country. Anyways, I'm Wild Willie and I gotta get trucking. Remember, it's not a question if the shit hits a fan, it's a question of when, so always be prepared.